Alright, so this is about 2 or 3 inches of composted wood chips that have been here pretty consistently for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I'm going to get underneath them. It has not been replenished this year. I'm going to get underneath here and see what we're looking at. This is some pretty dry soil, but just giving it a quick little squeeze test. It does seem to kind of hold together a little bit. I have amended this with some compost. Let's just see how it takes water. Not percolating very quickly, and part of that is because of how dry it is. It seems a little bit weird, but moist soil takes water faster than powdery dry soil, just like a sponge in the kitchen. A dry sponge, you ever notice you put a dry sponge in a puddle and it takes a minute for the thing to hydrate and then it'll work out. So this is percolating better, and it's got quite a bit of organic matter in it, and this is nice and moist. And we're going to put this composted wood chips here back over it. This is going to be important, so remember that thought. Compost and the mulch is about 2 or 3 inches here over this bed. Okay, this is a garden soil. It's just pure soil. There's no organic mulch over this per se. It does get top dressed with some compost on an annual basis. I don't usually do that in the middle of the summer, and regardless, this is all gone. As you can see, this is just powder, just dust here. And as you dig down maybe 3-4 inches, you can feel it change. It's a little bit cooler. I'm gonna grab some of it about 5 or 6 inches down, squeeze test. It's just dust. So now I'm going to give it some water, see what happens here. Now, like that dry sponge in the kitchen, this doesn't want to absorb this water well. So when we get summer storms, intense rain events all at once, we get a lot of runoff and we got a lot of siltation and a lot of erosion. I'm just going to put my hand in here about 2 inches deep, and that's dust. You look at the, see if we can get a profile of this here, and the moisture is just barely seeping into the surface. So if there's any kind of change in grade here, any kind of pitch, and a rain event comes where you have 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, 2, 3 inches in an hour, no way. That's gonna, not only is it gonna run off and not percolate and not hydrate these soils, but it's gonna take the soil with it. I pour some more water in here. Put this back where I found it here. Making a little slurry. I can kind of incorporate the water in with the dust, but look at that. I mean, I'm having trouble doing that. Finally give a little squeeze test here. Even this, it's still not hydrated. And this has organic matter in it. This should hold together better than that. This is at least 10% organic matter. So even when it's completely wet to the eye, it's not hydrated. You know, this is not a place where a plant can live. And I've watered this twice now, right? I'm gonna dig down, take a scoop down, probably about 4 inches. And I'm filling up dust again. So on this little square foot of soil, I've easily put 1 inch of water down, right? Which is about what we're supposed to get in 1 week of quote unquote natural normal rainfall. And it's not penetrating.